it's time to welcome you out. Anybody that's tuning in, all right. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. This is a show about man. I'm gonna just keep it real. This show tonight is basically all about men's mental health. I'd like to welcome y'all to an episode of a Man's Viewpoint. I'm your host, Mr. Dub C's. You can catch me doing a couple of things, but tonight we're gonna have a serious conversation because it's a lot of things that we men go through on a daily basis that a lot of people may not. Well, if you're not a man, you wouldn't understand. Women, they get to see or hear about the things we go, but they never get to feel the pressures that we feel. So what I will be talking about is our mental health. So many different things that can contribute to a man's mental health not really being up to par. So man, just sit back. Well, I'm not gonna say sit back. If there's anything that you want to share or question you may have, you can type them in the comments, and you type your question in the comment, and we'll elaborate on your comment, your question, or whatever it may be. But we are gonna. This is a touchy subject because a lot of men don't like to talk about things they're dealing with. A lot of men don't talk about relationship problems, abuse, or any other thing that may seem to what they say demasculate a man. Most society have men thinking that when we have problems, we're not supposed to talk about it. We're not supposed to cry. We are all human. So tonight, that's what we're going to be discussing. We're going to be discussing, whatever it is, type of your questions, your comments in, and we're going to get right to it. Special shout out to my brother, Tone McVeigh in the building. I see you, my brother. Where you from? You're in the mill right now, if I'm not mistaken. He's in the mill. But anybody that's tuning in, if you have a question, please type your question in the comments, and we'll try to get right to that. And I guarantee you, I'm working on probably over the next couple of shows that we do regarding this show here. I'll have a phone line so you'll be able to call in because this is really, really important. And I want to send a special shout out to all my brothers from Brothers Helping Brothers right here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. All my brothers, there's a group. I'll be talking to you guys about this group that I'm a part of. So I'm trying to send this out. I'm sending out, I want to share this while I'm talking so that way I can get a lot of brothers to chime in, But let's see. I'm trying to do two things at one time, That's one of the things a lot of us men can't do. But what I'm gonna do, we're gonna just listen to a little bit of instrumental. You may know where this music comes from, but we're gonna listen to this for a hot second while I share. Give me a second to share this, and then we're gonna get into our conversation. I sent out my invite to those that I really want to invite to this. I'm hoping a lot of the fellas, tune in, because this is something that's very, very, very significantly important. I'm not a preacher. I'm not anything like that. I'm just speaking from the heart as a man, because there's a lot of different things that we go through that women don't go through. They go through things that we don't. So I can't speak to you from a woman's viewpoint. I can only speak to you from a man's viewpoint. And that's what we're going to do tonight. And we're going to be touching on men's mental stability, mental health, things like that, because there's a lot of things in life. One thing that my dad used to always say is, the moment a man walks outside his house, he's attacked by the entire world. So that's why home is supposed to be where, once though you step in and those doors closed, that's where you're supposed to feel the safest at. But there's a lot of guys who don't feel safe at home for whatever reason. There's no comfort at home. There's no peace at home. And we're going to be discussing all of these type of things, Don't feel shy. Anybody that have any comments, please put them in the threads. I mean, we're gonna get down to it. It's just, man, I don't know. I don't really know how to even begin. It's because it's just a wide range. If there's somebody who wants to be part of the show, please let me know, and I'll send you the code that'll bring you right to the show. So if there's something you want to share or talk about, let me know in the threads, and we'll always, I will make it happen. Just make it like that. Shout out to my man, Edward Lee McDaniels. Glad to see you doing a little better, my brother. Y'all pray for my brother right there. He's been under the weather for a while. He went through some traumatic things. I'm not sure if he's out of the hospital or not. But Edward Lee, you got my prayers, and I'm waiting to see your return. Come back with your poetry show, you along with Dominic. So we're gonna get it going. But one of the reasons that I do that, I'm part of a group called Brothers Helping Brothers, and what it is, it's a support group. When I say support group, a lot of people go, "Oh man, that's for girls, that's for boys." No, men need support too. We need support significantly, because in most of the households, the weight is put on the man. Well, put it like this: the man carries most of the weight if it's a proper household. You have households where the woman carries the load. I mean, whoever has to carry it, they still need support. With men, I'm speaking up for us. There are so many places and groups that women can go to talk to each other, talk about issues, talk about problems, and there's nowhere for men. So right here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Brothers Helping Brothers is a group. We go, we sit, we talk, we smoke cigars, we do it all, but we let it out. But anything that comes out in that room stays in that room. And this is a spot, this is a way for us to connect here. If you see it, it's scrolling across the bottom. If you're here in Green Bay and you're looking for a place, or you're a fella and you're looking for a place to go and, decompress, that's it right there. That's it. Prohibition Cigar Lounge, 159 North Broadway, Green Bay. It's a wonderful place. Just go sit, think, calm down, get a hold of yourself. I was supposed to have a guest tonight, but he had a prior engagement, so looked like y'all stuck with just myself. But I'm excited for this topic, because nowadays there's so many things going on that men, we hold everything in. We don't want people to think we're soft. We don't want people to think that we can't control it. And there's some things that we can't control. You can't control everything. And one of the things that we lose the control of the most is our mental stability, because we are trying to do so many different things and uphold so many hats and please society at the same time that we forget about ourselves. One of the things that I didn't have to, I'm still, have to remind myself that a man is not meant just to provide. We are a provider, but we have more jobs than just that. going out, working, doing everything. A lot of men feel that if I go out and I work, I did my job. No, you know, a real leader leads by example. Would you ask somebody to, when you at work, you don't like a supervisor that's asking you to do something that he won't do. So the same thing goes in the household. You can't ask somebody to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. And I've actually had this conversation with a couple of guys, and we debated back and forth. They told me, "Oh man, no, I don't do this. I don't do dishes. I don't do." You eat out of dishes. So a lot of times, if there's things that we may have issues with, but we don't share it with nobody, because if I go and tell somebody that I'm going through this at home, it make me look like a punk. Punk, that's a 4-letter word that has so many. It's a 4-letter word, but it carries so much weight. Most guys don't want to be a punk to their friends. They don't want to be a punk to society. They don't want people to know that they're dealing with something. So they hold it in and hold it in until what happens? Eventually they pop. I've lost friends to suicide. I've seen friends in their own lives because they couldn't deal with things. I've gotten to the point at certain times where I feel like I just can't deal with it no more. But I'm still here. I want to welcome one of my Chicago legend brothers in. I see you in the building, my brother Germ. And we're gonna look at some of the comments. If there's any questions, comments you want to have, put them in the threads. And questions, put them in the threads. Let me go to the comments and see what we got. My man Dominic said we always told to suppress our emotions. Exactly, that's what I was getting at. So in today's society, men aren't supposed to cry. Men aren't supposed to, we supposed to just take everything in and accept it. No emotions. No, we can't loosen up. We can't, even when you lose someone. What's the first thing that said? Real men don't cry. I'm 100% man and I cry. When something bothers me, I'm bothered, I cry. I'm a human, I have tears. God made me that way to cry. Sometimes crying relieve a lot of the pain that you're dealing with. So a lot of people just don't get it. Okay, I'm going to say we were meant to be providers and protectors. True. We are meant to be those things as well. Those are also some of the reasons why men have these issues, because, oh my God, I actually know a guy, and he said, I lost my job and I don't feel like I'm really a man because I'm not working. Well, a job don't define the man. The man works the job. The job don't make you a man. There's some guys who maybe stay-at-home dads or whatever, and their wife may work, their girl may work, but you're providing something. You may not be money, but you're still providing. You're caring for something. You're taking care of it. See, it's a lot of things. Society has really screwed up. Society has really just damaged the thought of what a man should be. And then we try to live by the ways of society in today's world, and before you know it, we got everything bottled up and tightened up real good, think we got a hold on it, till one day what's happened? You pop. We can't provide for anybody or protect anybody if we're not providing for ourselves, if we're not, protecting ourselves. We have to protect ourselves in order to protect and provide for somebody else. Okay, I'm gonna go to another comment. Okay. My friend Germ say child support will kill a man's motivation and effort toward life. Well, I guess that can be said, but it's like this. That's child support is something that is given in the house or out of the house. If a child's in this world, then the parents, it's the job, it's the parents' job to take care of them, not just the dads, but the mom and the dad. And a lot of fathers say, well, I don't have to do nothing for if I pay child support. You got to start. This is one thing I've always felt this way. A lot of guys don't agree with me, but I feel this way. When the man pay child support, that's just covering a few things that child need. That child still need you. Your dollars help the child materialistically. And a lot of fathers say, well, I'm a good dad because I pay child support. When the last time you seen your child? Do you go spend time with your child? Support, materialistic things can be guiding and lost. But when you lose time with those kids, then that's the problem. That's guys out here right now that's suffering from the fact that they have no connection with their children. And what that do, it weighs down on them to the point where their mental stability is not on track. We deal with so many different things, starting with waking up in the morning. When the man wake up in the morning, the first thing he think about is if he got to go to work. The first thing, well, I'm gonna just say me. The first thing that comes to my mind when I wake up is, I know I got to get out. I got bills to pay. I got this to do. I got this to take care of. I got this to. So many people counting on me that I know I have to do it. Even when I'm feeling sick, I have to do it. And then somewhere down the line, if I don't gain control, and that's why I go to the group. I insert myself into the Brothers Helping Brothers group, because here I can release a lot of the pressure that's on me, so I'm not bringing this pressure home. Because if you don't release that pressure, you're gonna have a toxic relationship. You're gonna become abusive. You're gonna become all kind of things, because pressure that goes in have to come out. And if you hold everything, I was one of those that held everything in because I didn't want nobody to know my business. I didn't want nobody to know what I was dealing with. I didn't want nobody to know, oh man, he's going through some problems too. Because, oh, that's Dub C's. No, I don't care who you are. We all put our shoes on the same way, one shoe at a time, time, whatever it is. We all are just mere men. Nobody's a superhero. We all go through things. So a lot of times I held things in, and I know a lot of men do it, because when I talk to guys, they go, man, I don't really want nobody to know my business. That's the problem right there. The problem is we want to hold everything secretive. Me, my life has been public since I was 11 years old. Everything about me has been public. So yeah, I enjoy my privacy. I don't like people to know everything about me, because I finally got a little privacy and I love it. I get to see what having private life do for you. So I love it. But there's other guys that's just, I'm not telling nobody what's going on with me, because I don't want them to think I'm weak. I don't care who think I'm weak. I got to the point where I bottled everything up and I almost gave up. And then just think about, although when you give up, when a man is not mentally there and can't do the things that a man needs to do or have to do, how many people you letting down? How many people you letting down? Germ say, why are women so toxic? Well, the same reason some men are so toxic. You got toxic people on both sides of the sex, male and female. You have that comes both ways. It's not just women. The same way I feel when women say all men are dogs. No, you have dogs on both sides of the field. It's both sexes, not just one. I can't really answer it because that's a question that the person that's asking that question, you kind of probably have to elaborate a little bit more on it because it may be a specific situation that you're dealing with that make that woman toxic. Because all women aren't toxic. You have good women, you have bad women. You have good men, you have bad men. That's just the way. That's the way the world was. If everybody was alike, the world wouldn't survive because it takes so many different personalities to keep the world going. Look at all of we complain about all the things going on, but if they wasn't going on, what we'd be doing. So, okay, say, we sure are taught to suppress. Yep, there we go again. We're taught to suppress our emotions. I agree with that so much. He said we are definitely humans and have emotions too. And that's one of the things I've heard women say, oh, my man was this so and so, and he started crying like a little girl. That right there is a demasculated person. If your man's showing you some emotion, if something is hurting him to the point where he break a tear, and you make fun of him, that's a problem. Because now you forcing this man to bottle up his emotions, to not actually just be non-emotional. He won't show you any emotion anymore. And before you know it, everything that gets so bottled up that he's gonna become, a different person. And you just may not like him. You just may not like Dominic. This is not the show for that conversation right there. You've asked me that a bunch of times. This is not the conversation. This is not the time for that conversation. But this. Hey, Everly McDaniels. You just said something that's really, really, really. I like. I got to find this comment. I was just looking at it over here. Okay, Jerm said the government take more than they give the child. Well, what can I say? It is what it is. A child is here. A child have to be taken care of, and one, great, seeing different things. One thing that I did have learned that whatever money we give the child, that money's not going to raise that child anyway. That money, like I said before, it just covers material things, and it's not going to cover everything. There's guys who give money who say, well, I'll give you your child support for the month. Okay, now you got other things that pops up due to that kid. Okay, you pay child support for the month. Now all of a sudden, here comes the child needs something specific for a different for class. Your child support don't pay for that because you've already paid. You know, we as men we have to look, not men, just men, because there's some women that pay child support too. So this goes both ways again. Child support is a form of help. Child support don't mean that's taking care of that child, because money could never take care of a child. Kids grow up. The child support, the older the child get, the money don't go up. That money that you pay, it covers so many things. The older that child get, the more that child need, and you still giving that same with child support. So, when it comes to that, now one thing I don't agree with, and while it kind of frustrates a lot of guys, is when the women tend to use the child as a crutch to drain a man's pocket. Now that can cause a lot of animosity, stress, all kind of stuff. But that's another story for another day, and we'll talk about that at some point too. But yeah, I understand that. There you go. Edward said it. He said it best right there. With all the pressure that a man take on from the point of leaving home in the morning through his day, once you go to work, a man deals with so much. Not saying the woman don't, but a lot of women at work, They get harassed, they get harassed as well. But they seem to, certain things they skip through because at work you got guys that may flirt. So they are not oh lolly lolly. At work with guys, it's bad because everybody expects so much of you. At the same time, you at work, your body's at work, but your mind is somewhere else, trying to figure out how you're gonna make this work, how you're gonna make that work. So it's taking on so many different roles. A man take on a lot of roles. Women do too, but men, we are built to protect, provide, and conquer. And that's what makes us just build up. Want to send? Oh, I see somebody on. I want to send a special shout out to one of my dear friends. This guy had. I learned a lot from this guy right here, Mr. Keith Denmark. I was part of summer programs when I was growing up, and he was one of the counselors. He used to keep me and Top Dog in line. Somebody had to keep us in line. But back to what Edward was saying, a lot of the time men hold things in, and just like a water pipe, if the pressure builds up and builds up, what happens in the winter when the pipes get real cold? They burst. That's the same thing will happen with a man. You just keep piling everything in and and not letting anything out. Sooner or later, it's going to come out, and it's going to come out fast, swift, and it may be uncomfortable. Maybe uncomfortable for the man, but it's definitely will be uncomfortable for the person that it's coming out on. Sometimes you'll lash out at someone, and it's not even them that you're angry at because you got so much held in. That's one of the things that a lot of people just don't understand. When we lash out or we don't keep our mentals together, we can hurt other people without even trying to hurt other people. You become an unpleasant person. You become a hostile person. A person that you normally is friendly with can just say, "Hey, how you doing? Good morning," and right away, I've done it. I've had people speak to me, and I just shoot out at them, and I have to go back because I'm a man. I'm a man for anything. So when I'm wrong, I go back and I'm wrong. I was having a bad day, and you just happen to be right there when it came out. That's not an excuse, but it is. It happens because there's no excuse. Because if we keep ourselves before we trying to provide and protect somebody else, we have to do the same thing for ourselves. Providing ourselves with an outlet where we can discuss things. It may be with your mate. If you can't, it's certain things, men, we just don't want to discuss with our mate because first off, we are two different species. We are two different species. Women and men think nothing alike. Women think 10 steps ahead. Most men, we think right there. We don't think about the after effects. Most of the time, we don't think about how we should do it. We just do it. Women, they think about, okay, this is how I need to do this. So it'll give me the option to do this. And then that'll be the outcome. We don't think like that. So for us to go to a woman and say, well, I know me, I'll be like, I'm going to do this. I'm quick to say I'm going to do something without thinking about the repercussions from it, the outcome of it. But that's how we are. That's the way we are wired. Men and women are wired different. So we just don't, there's certain things we just won't talk about with our spouse, our mate, whoever you may be with. So that's why we got to find places we can release. And I'm so fortunate, I don't make it every Tuesday. And I've learned one thing I've learned, I've heard people say, well, I'm not going to go to no group because I don't like this. I don't like that about it. I don't like this about it. I don't like how they say this. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. You don't go to the group to like everybody that's there. If you do, that's perfect. If you don't, it's okay. Because everybody's not going to always see eye to eye. Everybody's not going to always get along. But you go there to release your pressure, get some insight, and trust and believe. When I'm sitting in men's group on Tuesdays and I'm listening to other men discuss what they're going through at home, what they're going through at work, what they're going through in their relationship, what they're going through with their children, what they're going through at just with their family members, it helps me to release, because sometimes I'm going through the same exact thing. And we may sit and think, I'm the only one dealing with this. Well, I got to deal with. You're not the only one. Everybody deals with something. It's just you have to be willing to trust yourself, to be man enough. And I challenge any man that's listening right now or tuned in, or it's going to be a rebroadcast of the show later on. Any guy that's watching the show, I challenge you. We always talk about, I ain't no punk. I'm not weak. I'm a man. I'm a grown man. That's my favorite word. I'm a grown ass man. That's my favorite song. My favorite saying. No matter what happened, I'm a grown ass man. So I had to be grown enough to find somewhere that I can release everything that's bottled up in me without hurting somebody, without being hurt, without going to jail. I had anger issues, and I realized my anger issues, I wasn't angry at the people that I was hurting because I had anger issues. My anger issues came from childhood, and it wasn't my mom or dad. My mom and dad, I grew up in a house with both my mom and dad. I was taught through love. My mama told us she loved. My daddy let us know he loved us. So it wasn't that. My anger issues came from the point of watching relatives go through things. I had an uncle that I watched. And I say he was one of those, what they women say, a good man. All he did was work, took care of his family. That's it. But his wife was different. She was one of those mischievous. He at work, she out doing her thing, and it cost him significantly. He lost 2 kids due to her infidelity, and it ruined him. I seen a good man get used, trampled on, and walked over because he had a kind heart. And the fact that I always watched that, I would say, ain't no woman ever gonna treat me like that. It put anger in my heart when I was a kid. And then in my relationships coming up, I didn't want to seem like just an asshole, and just being frank. I didn't want to seem like such an asshole. So I would bottle it up. But I was real evil. I was evil in my relationships because the fact that I saw a good man get walked over, and I vowed to myself, how they say, we provide and protect. I was protecting myself, so I thought. By me being the evil one, I felt I was protecting myself, but I was wrong. Because at the same time, I wasn't providing myself with the right type of protection. I was hurting other people just to protect myself. And, so a lot of times that we as men, we need to stop and think about what we're doing before we hurt somebody. Don't be afraid to say, I tell my friends all the time, my guy friends, well, my brothers, because I don't have friends. I'm when I'm close to somebody, those that I'm close to, they know who they are. We are brothers. We aren't friends. I got associates and brothers. I don't have friends. Friends is not a word that I really use. I have associates and brothers. So It's a lot of times that, I tell them, hey man, when you get to that point, call me. Because I know what that point feel like when you at the point where you like, man, I'm tired, can't do it. I'm ready to walk. I'm ready to do this. I know what it feels. I've been to those points. Every point you can think about that a person want to get to get away from the problems, I've been there. But it's the grace of God, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm talking about it. I go to groups. I let out what's bothering me. I'm not how they say, I'm not embarrassed. Most men, that's it. That's the main word right there. Most men are embarrassed for other people to know that they're dealing with something. Men are we are society tell us we have to be strong, that we are so embarrassed for people to know that we're dealing with something. It's crazy, but that's the way it is. And it's crazy. I'm gonna take a short commercial and I'll be right back. I'll get at y'all in 1 second. Stay here. Don't go nowhere. Yeah, I'm back. That was a quick one. But yeah, I just want to. I'm gonna go to the comments and see if we got any comments in here. Uh, Once again, like I said, there you go, Mr. Denmark. I salute you, man, and I thank you. I thank this guy right here for the teachings that he implemented into my life at a young age. He was one of the guys around at my young age that kind of helped steer me right. It's a few people that I can say really played a instrumental part of my life, and he's one of them. A lot of times, we thought we knew what we was talking about, we really didn't. And we called him Mr. D. Mr. D was right there. He was Johnny on the spot. He checked us, and I like that. I don't like a yes man. I like a this. I don't want nobody to tell me what I want to hear. I like when somebody tell me what I need to hear. Shout out to Ricky Benjamin in the building as well. And thank you for tuning in. He said, "Big talk, real facts, 100." I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. But so anybody. I really wish Mr. Denmark was part of this show. I would really love to talk to him or him to kind of give insight on what I'm saying. Oh man, hey brother, you here? It ain't never too late, my brother. You here? You here, my brother? That's my brother. That's my brother DeLorean right there. D. He's one of the brothers from the group that I'm telling y'all that I go to release to release the pressure from my pipes so my pipes don't burst. So a lot of times people can say what they want. You can always. Let me see how we do this. Let me see how I can. Okay, let me see. See if it work. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. But anyway, yeah, I was just saying a lot of times people don't get it. Hmm. Okay, I see the problem. A lot of people don't understand when a man is going through something. Okay, when a man is going through different things and we hold it in, we're not helping ourselves. We're not helping our loved ones. We're not, because the only thing you're gonna do is hold it in until the pressure build up and burst. So, let me check now. I'm trying to check something real quick. Oh boy. But we have to continue. Where we go? Yeah, we have to continue to keep on moving forward. I was trying to send a code to him, but it's not going through. So I guess I won't be able to get him on here. Yeah, yeah, it's not going through. It's just saying an error. But my brother, we're gonna what we're gonna do is we're gonna at some point we'll get this situated, and then we'll have him on the show. But this is one of the guys that helped found the club that I'm not the club. Oh my God, helped find this group that I'm a part of, and what it is a group that will always, hopefully, always be around because I've come and it's called Brothers Helping Brothers. But one thing I love about it, that is for men. And it's not just black men, it's men, period, because men all over the world, we all go through the same problems. I don't care what your nationality is, your shade of tone, skin, none of that matters because men have problems. We all think we tough. We all get embarrassed. We don't want nobody to know what we're dealing with. So we hold it in until what? The pipe burst. And this brother can tell, I'm telling you, this brother can tell you, I've sat, I've cried, I've told on myself. Even when we wrong, we try to, as a man, when we wrong, most of us will say, well, I did it because, you know what I mean? I've sat so many times and talked to these brothers, and I told on myself, hey man, I was a damn fool. I did this, I did that, I did this. Because the only way you're gonna fix it is self-accountability. That's another thing I love about when you have somebody to talk to, they can hold you accountable. That's why I don't like a yes man. I don't need nobody telling me yes, 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 yes. I want you to tell me what I gotta do. And my family right there, he said, gotta put that pride exactly right there. Right there. Pride will stop any type of blessing you got coming, knowledge that can be given to you, anything that can be good for you, pride will stop it. You can be proud of yourself, but when you got pride and your pride outgrows everything, you don't get no clearer than that. You gotta put the pride to the side because you can't be helped if you too proud to let somebody know what you're dealing with. My brother say, as the word says, cast your cares into your brothers. Man, listen. Man, listen. My thing, boy. Mm, man, what the book of Psalms say? A lot of people don't know what I'm saying when I say the book of Psalms, but my brother D know. And every time I'm dwelling in the presence of my brothers, oh, how pleasant it is, my brothers. People just don't get it, man. Put everybody together and realize that we all are dealing with the same problems. They may be in a different household, different category, but they all the same problems. And it feels so good to be able to release that. I come home, I feel better. I go to work, I feel better. Because sometimes my problem is at work. And you don't want to just lash out at work because then what did that do? That stop your livelihood. You counting on that livelihood, so you have to kind of contain yourself. But at the same time, you're a man. I'm a man. I ain't gonna take nobody's bullshit. But that's why you got brothers. I don't care where you are. I tell anybody, if you having that moment where you feel you can't go on no more, you don't want to live, you just don't know how to do. You need somebody to my show. Man, I got big shoulders. I got broad shoulders. I'm here for my brothers because if I ain't here for my brothers, nobody else will be. Somebody was here for me. And what's one of the things all people say when people give you something, they say, no, don't pay me back, pay it forward. If somebody was there for you, be there for somebody else. So I'm always opening my ears and lending the shoulder because somebody done it for me. Okay, let's see. All right, that's it's wild, but it's true. I'm trying to let me find something else real quick. Actually, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna let me check something real quick. I'm gonna take another. I'm gonna play this little video for y'all. Y'all check out this video, and I'll be right back. Check it out, y'all.
Like, that I wish on all the rainbow that I've seen. I wish on all the people who really dream. And I wish on all the rainbow that I've seen. I wish on all the people who really dream.
I wish my family would come together, put our differences aside. But everybody seem to keep their distance cause of pride. Stepping up, I wish I was more consistent with my strides. I wish we cherish life more cause in any instance we could die. I wish my brother wasn't born mentally delayed. I wish I walked fully righteous and eventually get saved. I wish being yourself could potentially be the wave. I wish niggas would see more than penitentiaries and graves. I wish the deaf could hear. I wish vision for the blind. I wish the end wasn't near, but the way we living is the signs. I wish I didn't have all this confliction in my mind. I wish for equality, but that ain't how this system was designed. I'm just wishing though.
I wish on all the people who really dream. And I wish on all the rainbow that I've seen. I wish on all the people who really dream.
I wish propaganda didn't influence our news so heavily. I wish there was no setbacks and people improve regularly. Wish it was only love and we can remove jealousy. I wish folks support their friends the way they do celebrities. I wish the food was healthy, I wish the water was clean. I wish they never killed Malcolm or slaughtered the king. Peace, honor, and respect, I wish for a lot of these things. I wish my nigga Allen Iverson would've got him a ring. I wish I didn't have to pack a gun, could leave it on the shelf. I wish doctors would reveal the secrets about health. I wish the poor could swap with the people that got wealth. I wish President Trump, nah, I think I'm gonna keep that to myself. I'm just wishing though.
I wish on all the people who really dream. And I wish on all the rainbow that I've seen. I wish on all the people who really dream. And I wish on all the rainbow that I've seen. I wish on all the people who really dream.
Yeah, we back. And yeah, that video right there. He was wishing on all of the things that's going on, and everything that he said is things that men hold in. He wishing on this, even if it's down to sports, man. We hold in so many different things and everything. It's ridiculous, but when it all comes down to it, if we don't have somewhere to release that pressure, man, we'll explode. We will explode. My man D says, I appreciate your guidance so much, big bro. Man, I appreciate the brothers for being there when I need to release. It's just a lot of different things. Send a shout out to my what's up, Ben? I see I got a view. He not in there, but shout out to my nephew right there doing this thing. Okay, family say, and we definitely got to take better care of ourselves as far as health. Woo! Say, That should be that should be in big bold letters. I'm guilty of that. I'm really guilty of that as well. You know, we really have to, men, we have to take care of ourselves. If we gonna be, we always say, I'm gonna provide, I'm gonna protect. How you gonna provide and protect if you sick? How you can protect somebody if you weak? How you can protect somebody if you not there? You're right, man. It don't come no clearer than that. We have to first and foremost take care of ourselves. A lot of people don't, you know, I'm one of those, man. I go to the doctor when I have to. I'm real guilty of that. And I have to do better than that. You know, we have to, leaders lead by example. Why ask somebody to do something that you won't do yourself? You want everybody to be this and be that, but you're not that. A real leader, you know, handle his business. So, but a lot of times people just don't do it. Okay, I'm going back to the comments. Let's see what Ricky say. A lot of time we have people that don't encourage others to check their health. Instead, they tell you, you're a man, grow up. It's very important who we associate ourselves with. And with as well, if you're not, I like that. I like that. I like that. I've actually, I like that. I like that. I like everything he just said, you know. We have to be careful who we associate ourselves with. Because a lot of times we'll take on somebody else's problems, and before you know it, we stressed out over their problems and they're not even worried about them anymore. My brother D said, had it not been for your testimony on your very first day, I don't believe we would have been as vulnerable. I don't believe we would have been as vulnerable as we are now. But bruh, I just came in there, I dropped everything. And the crazy part is I was the type that didn't share anything I was dealing with. I kept everything to myself. I kept everything to myself because I didn't feel it was, I'm like, ain't nobody business. So I would always keep everything to myself. But now, man, I go in there and I tell it all. I tell everything. I don't even care. If it'll make me look bad, so I'm getting it off my chest. I just get it right off my chest. So, and hey, I gotta say, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it because when I say something and ain't nobody afraid to say, no, bro, you wrong. That's the part I love the most. I love somebody tell me the truth. You wrong, bro. No, you wrong. You know you're bogus. Tell me. You know what we gonna do? Argue? No. If I'm wrong, even at work, if I'm wrong, I shut up and I accept the discipline. If I'm not wrong, you got to debate because I'm not going to accept being wrong if I'm not. But if I'm wrong, I shut up. I don't care what it is. But that's how it all goes. Shout out to being in the building. I see we got Minister Davey Howard in the building. It's a lot of different things, man. Last tag, Davey. No, that's my brother right there, Minister Howard. He I get guidance from him as well sometimes. I call my brother and I talk to him when I'm going through certain things. And it's like you have to, back to the point where you say we have to associate ourselves with people of like mind. If all you socialize with is negative people, how can you expect some positivity? If you keep conducting, catching yourself connected to all negativity, that's all you're gonna get. I had to, I'm not gonna say cut ties, but I had to lessen my circle. I don't have a circle anymore. I have a period. I have just a dot because I had to check myself, and I really had to back away from people that I was around on a daily basis because it was negative. I'm the type, my cup is always half full. If your cup is always half empty, that's a problem because you only looking at the negative part. I'm looking at how can I put a little bit more in to fill it up. You're looking at, oh, it's almost gone. That's a problem. That's stressful. I don't want to live life on a daily basis stressed out. I had periods where I went through chest pains, sitting on the bed trying to figure out if I wanted to get up to go to work because I was just so stressed out about relationships, family problems, all kind of other stuff, and everything all in one big ball just sat on my chest. So one day I was like, I'm tired. I know how to end it all. God singing different. God singing different. But let me see. Look through the comments. I'm trying to see if I got any new comments. Just Dave Eman, him and his emojis and everything. Let's see. Well, what time is it? We got a little bit more. Is there any I'm gonna see if I can send this out one more time. I was trying to send this out to my brother, but it just won't do it. But I guarantee you, if you want to be on the show, the next show, it's gonna be every other Monday because I don't want to burn myself out because I'm doing a lot of other things. So this will not be a weekly show. So I will be putting a schedule up for all the shows that I have coming. I have the Underground Power Hours is actually starting up to finish it up. Piece of the pie. My brother said a piece of the pie is better than no pie at all. We all have to learn to do exactly, my brother. Chris, what's up there, my brother? This is one of my brothers right here. One of my Green Bay legend brothers right here. What's up with you there, Chris? Chronic. I know who you are, Chris. I got LMB. I got you. We just having a conversation about men as men we need to work on ourselves, keep ourselves up to par because nowadays we're losing a lot of brothers to suicide because their mentals aren't together. We got so much bottled up in us to the point where the pipe just burst and it's out of control. We got brothers that's just taking their lives and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I want to say this because for those that don't know, Chris Camacho, he was one of the first guys. He's part of the Green Bay Legends that I'm starting now. He was one of the brothers that was there in the beginning when I was doing my thing. He went by the name Chronic Soldier. And all I can say is he turned his life over to God. And I'm proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you. I thank you for supporting the show. And I'm always keep up the positive vibe. This is me now. I appreciate you. And I do want to talk to you off the show. I'm gonna inbox you because I just need to talk to you, brother. I did some background on you, man, and I'm proud of you, man. I'm real proud. I'm proud of you, Chris. Okay, and DeLorean, he say, if I then you, Lord, okay. And the next show he will be on. He will be on. All right. If I then you, Lord, and the teacher have washed your feet, you also out to wash it. That's exactly what I was saying earlier when I said that old saying, don't pay me back, pay it forward. Somebody helped me, so it's my job to help the next man. Everybody always say, you let people make a fool out of you. You let people use you. You let people treat you. No, I don't let people treat me any kind of way. I give a person the option of being true to me or showing me that they're not true. I give everybody that option. Now, as far as using me, you can't use me if I'm allowing you to do it. I'm allowing you to do what you do. You either play yourself out of position or in a position. You're not using me. But a lot of people feel, oh man, Dub done changed because the old me used to just knock people out. Now I think about it before I do it. I think about the consequence. I never thought about the consequences, repercussions, or none of that. I just react because I had so much anger in me. I had to put myself through anger management twice. I wasn't told to go. I went because I knew I had a flare that needed to be put out. I went on my own. I had so much anger built up in me that I was hurting people that it wasn't even, the anger wasn't toward them, it just came out around them. That's right. Chronic Soldier, Mo Money, Just Chris, Twin Towers, Trub 6. Man, blessings with that brother Trub as well. Man, I appreciate that. That was the group called Loop Me, LMB. I appreciate you, my brother, and blessings to you as well, too, man. And there's my mom. I know this for men's. Y'all doing a great get together. It's a start. Be safe. Mama, I love you. This woman right here. This is who taught me that a man can love, a man can cry, a man have emotions just as well as a woman do. This woman right here. That's my mama. I love you, Mom. Thank you for tuning in. She pops in on everything I do, and I love it because it lets me know that my mama, I still have that bond with my mama. I love you, Mama. And guess we got a few more minutes, but I'm so blessed to see all the guys that did chime in. You know what? I'm gonna make it like this. This will be an every Monday show. Every Wednesday show. I am not going to stop this and do it once a month or once there. This will be an every Wednesday show because there may be brothers out there that have things they need to discuss and can't wait till the next month. So this show, I will finalize everything. This will be an every Wednesday show. This will go on the Dub C's network schedule. It will be on the schedule for every Wednesday at 8:30. And we will be doing this. So if there's any questions you got, things you want to discuss, get at me ahead of time. If you want to be on the show, get at me ahead of time so we can make those preparations because I don't want to just sit here and do the talking. I want to know what everybody's thinking. I want to know how everybody feel from a man's viewpoint. Now, just because it's from a man's viewpoint, don't mean we don't want women in here. Because sometimes those women need to hear what men have to say as well. This may be the place where they actually listen to what you have to say. But that goes two ways. If a woman had a comment she wanted to make, I wouldn't turn her comment down because that comment, due to the fact that men and women think different, her comment may be beneficial to the next man. My man said, God bless you. God is always good, even in the bad times. Exactly. I agree with that, my brother. We see them as bad times. God see it as a testing time. So pass those tests, keep moving forward, and let God be your strength. That's the way I see it. Appreciate that, man. Love to you and your brothers, man. D, man, I love you, babe. I appreciate you for stopping in. And anybody that's tuned in, continue to just continue to trust the process. If you in Green Bay, Wisconsin, if you in Wisconsin and you able to make it to Green Bay on a Tuesday night, make it your business. Stop at a Prohibition Cigar Lounge. Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Come sit in the meeting. Come sit in and listen. If you don't want to talk, just come sit in and listen. You don't have to speak until you're comfortable enough to speak. But I guarantee you, if you come, the love in that room, the warmth will open you up. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Come sit with us. If you smoke cigars, it's the perfect spot. You may want a little shot of something. Come, sit, talk, and cleanse yourself. Because if you let the pressure build up, it's just going to pop. Well, fellas and mom, till next time, may y'all stay tight. Y'all, wait, we're gonna take another commercial break. When I come back, I'm gonna have some closing comments when we get back here. We'll be right back, y'all. That's right. That's right. Don't forget, if you're in Chicago or Indiana and you're doing some catering services, you need a catering service, check out Navy Rolling, that commercial you just saw. That's my cousin. She's doing a thing. She's burning it up. I got her back. I'm supporting it to the fullest. So if you got any events coming up, you're looking for a caterer, hit up Navy Rolling. She does her thing. It's going down. And just like that, it's our time. I just want to tell you, brothers. Wait, I saw a comment that it's my favorite scripture right there. Favorite scripture. I love you as well, my brother. How good and pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity. And in unity and diversity. Love you, my brother. I appreciate you for stopping in. I understand that you had that event earlier. I hope everything was blessed and shining. Well, I'm not going to hope because I know it was. But it's just, man, we're gonna do it. Like I said, first I was saying this wouldn't be an every week thing, but this will be every Wednesday at 8:30. I get off work at 6. That's enough time for me to get home, eat, get myself straight. This here show will be every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday at 8:30. We will meet here, just like if you physically need to meet, we'll meet every Tuesday in Green Bay at the Prohibition Cigar Lounge, 159 West Broadway, right in Green Bay. Come sit with us, talk with us, fill it out, and we're going to have some fun, y'all. We take a sad moment and make it a fun night. That's what I'm saying. Thanks for supporting Dubsy's Entertainment. Let our network be your network. Till next time, y'all. How you say? No, we're going to do it this way, y'all. Mm-hmm. Make me want to holler when it's in my life. Yeah. I was waiting for a certain comment to come in. I saw it on one site, but I don't see it on the other site. So I'm just gonna have to let it in without the comment. I was waiting for them to send it in. Yeah. Yep. Shout out to my man Arthur in the building.
Spend it on the have-nots, money we make it, before we see you take it. Oh, baby, wanna holler the way they do my life. Make me wanna holler the way they do my life. This ain't living, this ain't living. No, no, baby, this ain't living. No, 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 no. Inflation, no chance to increase finance. Bills pile up, sky high. Send that boy off to that. Oh,